Auna. Auna. Guys, so Atsatabuda. So ndakunooneka kuna gogona sekuru. So come with me. Sakanda zote ndikuimbire Rio. Nemusamba unoti kinurangiro. Narini, oh baby no. You are the one. Thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned. I know I was late with the second episode of this vlog that I began a few days ago, but here's the next episode. Here I was saying goodbye to my former landlord. They were a very wonderful family. Esekuru Gogo and their sons and their daughters-in-law. Their oldest daughter-in-law, Mainiki, I want to say so much thanks to her for assisting me in the move. I remember I didn't have enough finances, so I wanted to put my fridge and my wardrobe on the market, and Mainiki helped in finding me local customers, and everything went well, guys. That is the house we were staying in. It was a single room partitioned in two, almost like a one big room, but yeah. And we were in this house for 3 months, me and my sons, and we were happy here. We were at peace. The rentals were low, and the kids were going to school, and everything was really okay. So those are the guys that came in to buy the furniture. So here, this was the day before we moved. Me and my son wanted to go and meet Polly Shinowand and Lovo, the owner of Montesquieu Gardens in Groombridge and Montesquieu at Sindoga. Her name is Polly. That's the lady, the wonderful lady who gave us her house that was just sitting there in crowhill, and then she decided to gift it to us. And she said we can stay here as long as we want until we are on our feet. But look at the place, guys. Like I told you, it's one of the greatest things that has happened to me. I'm going to be excited making a home in this place. So here we are now at Montesquieu in Groombridge. It's a restaurant with a liquor shop and a grocery shop. It is beautiful. It is situated at Groombridge, opposite the shops. It's beautiful, guys. If you haven't been to this place, what are you doing? They offer traditional meals, every type of liquor you may want. They have very competitive prices. They actually do wholesale, so their prices are much lower than normal liquor stores. And so here we're just hanging out. I've known Pau for almost 3 years now. In fact, she is my friend, but now I feel like she's even more than a sister. Look at the meal we were having, guys. Sadza nema bones, or she was having sadza and roadrunner. This meal was too filling, I couldn't finish it. So I was just telling you that I've known Pau for 3 years, and she gave me this blessing. She's given me jobs here and there. It used to be called Madada, the Montesquieu, but now it's called Montesquieu. And now we're en route to Crowhill. That's where the house is. We are up in the mountains and we arrived. Motedi yakamboita stuck ichitadza kukwira mugomo, guys. So I think this is actually a good thing that no one is just going to dilly-dally and visit me anytime they feel like. Because it's difficult to access. The roads are not yet made and the driver had to go a certain way. We had to be dropped off actually, so that the the truck can move. So now we were floating, and the boys were helping. TJ is the middle child. That's why you hardly see him in my videos, because he's the busiest one. He's always doing things of his own. I mean, I'm sure you're going to see him a little bit of 10% throughout any vlogs that I do, because he's either not around fixing something, or finding a new thing to play with, or finding a new person to talk to. He is just the free spirit and the amazing person of the family. And I think you've met Mukundi at the beginning of the video. Oh my God. Mukundi guys, if you have any advice, but I think it's zvakuita zvichipera, because kuyema kwacho kwakutori over the top. I recorded this vlog after he did something yesterday. Watch out for the vlog that I'm going to post after this one. Even you guys who say you feel sorry for me, but I've been handling it well. The oldest is being helpful as usual and being good and amazing, and that is Miriam, my helper. I met Miriam when she was pregnant with that baby that she has on her back, and she worked for me and refused to go and said, "Mom, I want to work here until I can raise money for my baby." Then she went Kumosha, and then she's back now. Akabva nani kumuva mwana yeyu ndinomuda anoshanda, and she's such a wonderful person to be around. And we have a new member of the family, that's Michael. Michael really likes his mother's back, but right now he's blending in to play with us too, so he's getting to know us, and we're gonna take baby steps, obviously. So that's us offloading the truck. Paula gave us the truck to move. She's such an amazing person. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done, because it was going to be very expensive. I think over $100 if I was going to hire a truck to bring me to this location, mainly because of the roads, and I would need a very effective truck. And Paula just gave us and said, "You know what, I'll help you guys get set up, and if there's anything you need, just tell us." Unotozonyara kutaura kuti Naomi, this person is doing so much, and may only God bless her, because isusu hatisi kuzvigona. So that's us now, we're celebrating. So that's us celebrating the biggest win of at least moving in, because the transport issue was giving me a headache, but I've seen God work in mysterious ways. I didn't struggle for anything. I didn't fear. I didn't wonder what I would do. Everything just kept falling into place, one after the other. Mwari ndaingoti Mwari handina transport, utona transport yauya. I remember even this home, I prayed for it. I was not just waiting there and thinking this happened by chance. I asked God, and God listened, and He responded. And I had been praying for this home for a year, and for some, they get their miracles right away. I've been praying, "Lord, I need a home, I need a home." And life took me through different channels that I now believe it was God preparing me and bringing me to a position like this, where I am now receiving, because I was just in survival mode. I was just chasing. I was desperate. I was seeking things with my might and not with my spirit, and not asking and talking to God. So the biggest lesson I've had with this move in life is trust in God. Everything is going to work out. So every time I find myself doubting, I just repeat the words that the Lord is my shepherd. I shall want nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. I always recite Psalms 23. and a few of my affirmations that I love. Like everything is working out for me. I found that the word of your mouth has more power than anything else in the world. So you can believe in your heart about something and be shy to say it out loud. You need to say it out loud. So we were prepping the rooms. You see, there's not yet been nothing yet has been done on the floor. They still need for us to put tiles. So now we were getting rid of the dust so that the house can be habitable. At this time, everything and everyone was still outside. I actually asked the boys not to come in or come any closer until I was done. I was told that if you put water and moist, it absorbs the dust and you can sweep nicely. So we only managed to do this for all the other rooms, like the bedrooms, but we could not do it for the lounge because now leftover building material was left in this lounge, and it was a non-starter. We would not have finished this room even in one day, and we just had to make sure we have the kitchen ready and the bedrooms ready, and we put our trust in God that we do not suffer from the dust, because there was a lot of rhino set left over and it was making the lot of the dust, most of it. But I finished prepping the kitchen, and after that I invited people to come in and set up their bedrooms. So the boys got their own bedroom. The firstborn and the lastborn will be sharing, and Miriam will be sharing with TJ, and I'll be sharing alone, obviously. So I just was finishing prepping the bedrooms to see Big Brother already doing the hard jobs. Papa ine mutu apa wangu waka block away, like wakaita ingrown inside the property. So we were trying to create at least a driveway, and so he was making the driveway. Hey, enjoying using that banga. I had to tell him, can you please put that banga away, because chese chakungonzitora izi banga rindi ndicheke inini. I'm such a proud mother. I watched him. He didn't know I was watching him, and I watched the enthusiasm in him being a man, staying in the uptowns and the ghettos of Harare. He never really got the chance to exercise his masculinity, and in the recent circumstances, I've seen him step up. I've seen him grow into be big brother, the oldest of the family and the strongest and the most helpful, honestly. I am grateful to God for this human being, and I bless him in the name of Jesus. May God protect him together with his brothers. May my children be under the blood of Jesus in protection. No weapon formed against this generation shall prosper, because it is under the eyes of God. And I prefer speaking words like this over and over again, so that the enemy has no way or chance of entering. So Big Brother was finishing, and I think Miriam was already cooking, and it took a while, but we ended up resting finally. I don't know why everyone wants to come and sleep in my bedroom, honestly, all the time. Not sleep, I mean sit and eat in there. That's my bedroom. I set up myself on a single bed mattress, and we left everything else that was going to give us a headache. We only came here with mattresses, our blankets, and our kitchenware. And by kitchenware, I mean a gas stove, plates and pots and pans. So everything else here is going to be a startup. We couldn't even afford to bring everything. I mean, it was going to be clutter. Also, the house has built-in cupboards, so there was no need for a wardrobe. There's no need for a fridge yet. We left our fridge because there's no Zesa, there's no electricity. I mean, so we're relying on solar battery lights. We don't have a solar system in place yet. We are basically surviving without electricity, with a few hours worth of light, And thank God we have a nice neighbor, so we get to charge our phones kumba kwa neighbor. But apa tangatisati tenda kumba kwa neighbor. You should keep watching and stay tuned. We are going to visit the neighbor's house, and we got so excited. We saw very exciting things. We got inspired, and we felt at home. We didn't feel alone. And here we were just hanging out with the boys. The other two boys were not even here. I don't know where they were, but I think they joined us later. The house is happy. The house is alive. My boys are happy. They are laughing more. They are spending more time with me. I realized that I was not active when I was staying in that one-roomed cottage because I was always inside. And the thing about being popular and not having enough, and you don't want people to not judge you per se. You want the privacy. You want to think alone. You need the privacy. I think being popular for me affected me in ways that I didn't see coming. Like there are times when I really need privacy, when I just want to be alone and not be seen. And I couldn't have that where I was because it was in the ghetto, obviously, which has more people, and it was also a house owned and shared. So I had to keep my and hold my horses. I couldn't be all crazy with my skits and stuff. But here I believe I have enough room to experiment all the creative ideas I've been putting away because they didn't want a crowd. One thing I like about the boys is they can play alone. They play alone a lot and they're very self-sufficient. And in as much as the oldest is turning 14, he gets along well even with Mukundi. He gets along well with everyone. And we were just having fun and praising the Lord and eating rice with eggs and baked beans. Oh God, I'm recording this video on the second or third night, I don't know. But hey guys, I've had enough mazai, guys. I've had enough baked beans. I need a proper meal. I need meat. See, I'm a black girl and I need meat. But anyway, I know God is going to provide. I've been looking around and seeing that my neighbors have roadrunner hukus. I'm going to figure out what I'll do if I do buy one and how I'm going to keep it fresh because we can't obviously finish a whole roadrunner or just the 5 of us. And we are not used to eating that much meat. Of course, who doesn't love a lot of meat, but there are times when this is just too much meat. So we need ways to preserve it. Anyway, guys, stay tuned as we go to next episode.